What's up everybody in YouTube land and on the vinyl community? Kendall Stokes coming at you again with another video for the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem YouTube channel. As you can see, I'm still in my daughter's room, still working on getting things situated the way I need. But it is Sunday, June 26th. June is almost over, I can't believe it already. But I wanted to make a video today about some stuff that I've received in the mail over the last couple of weeks that I was really excited about. So I said before in my very first video that I tend to go to some online vinyl auctions, and these ones that I got, the four that I'm going to show this week, came from a couple of those auctions. So I'm a member of a few different Facebook pages. One of them is called the Vintage Audio Revolution, brought to you by Ryan and Brittany. Shout out to those guys. They are the curators of that page, and they have auctions every week, and they have some other people on the page that have auctions as well. Shout out to James, to Clint Lee. Clint, I'm sure you're watching. And then also Anthony and Mark, and also Kevin Squires. I don't know if they watch the videos or not. If they do, shout out to you guys. Appreciate all that you guys do. I've gotten a lot of great stuff from all of these guys. They're great music lovers, vinyl lovers, know their stuff. They always have good stuff. They tend to focus mainly on used stuff. Every once in a while they might have some new stuff that they had picked up, and like extras or whatever. But anyway, I always get great deals, get a lot of great stuff. And these four records that I'm going to talk about and show today, I picked up from a couple of shows from Mark and Anthony, and also one from Kevin Squires. So I'm just going to get right into it. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it if you like what you see and you like what you hear. Also, leave a comment about some of the stuff that I'm talking about. If you have any comments, I would love to hear them. But the first one I'm going to show, like I said, I got from Mark and Anthony a while back, and it just came in the mail because I just completed the order, I guess you could say, because I did another video, or did another auction with those guys not that long ago. But anyway, this came in the mail and I was super excited about it. This is Chris Isaak. This is his self-titled album. It's actually his second album. It came out in 1987, I believe. Now, for those of you that don't know who Chris Isaak is, Chris Isaak got really popular in the early 90s with his song Wicked Game. But he's so much more than just that song. Chris Isaak has a very unique voice, I think. You can tell he's heavily influenced by people like Elvis, the Everly Brothers, and I think his probably biggest influence, which I think he's even said, is Roy Orbison. But he's like he's into like blues, soul, R&B, rockabilly sound, which I love. I love that sound. But this is his second album. It's titled Chris Isaak, and I got it for a great deal from Mark and Tony. Super excited to have it. I don't have a whole lot of Chris Isaak in my collection, but I really want to have more. I think he's criminally underrated as a singer and as a songwriter. He also had a show on, I think it was Showtime back in the 90s, really weird show where he played a fictitious version of himself. Never really watched it, but I know it was weird. It lasted for a few seasons. But he also did a guest appearance on Friends back in like 1995 or 6, which was kind of funny as well. He wasn't playing himself, but it's a funny episode. If you're a fan of Friends, I'm sure you've seen it already. But anyway, this is a great album. I would strongly suggest, if you haven't heard any of his stuff, just go and stream a lot of his stuff, not just Wicked Game, because he has so many other good stuff. But really excited to get this. It sounds great. It's in immaculate condition on the Warner Brothers label here. Honestly, probably perfect condition. Love it. Sounded great. Super excited to have it. So this next one also comes from Mark and Anthony's auction, And what's funny about those guys is they know my likes. I can already tell you that. They are huge Jerry Garcia and Grateful Dead fans, and they know that I am as well. So I think anytime they see me on an auction, they make sure to have the stuff. And this is one of those things that I picked up. Tony had it, and I swear he didn't talk about it until he saw me say hi on the auction. I could be wrong. I don't know if that's what they do, if they see me coming and know. But this is a Grateful Dead bootleg. It's called Thorn Bones, but I did some more research on it. And I honestly think that this is a bootleg of a bootleg, because the bootleg that I've noticed that it's got the same track list and same picture of Jerry Garcia on, is commonly known as Shalom as well. I believe it was from a concert in 1971 at Winterland. So it's a bootleg. I mean, you know, bootlegs aren't the greatest sound quality, but Grateful Dead stuff has been bootlegged so much. There's so much of it out there. And when I saw the cover and saw the track list on this one, I was like, I really want that. And I got a great price on it. Like I said, it's a bootleg, so the sound quality is what you expect. You know, it's not perfect, but it doesn't sound terrible by any means. Super excited to have it. Like I said, the track listing is Sugar Magnolia, Good Lovin', I Know You Rider, Casey Jones, and Uncle John's Band, which are like some of my all-time favorites by them. So, and like I said, the artwork's really, really cool. You can't see the back. Let me show you the back real quick. It's really cool looking as well. I don't want to get it completely out because it's not easy to put back in. But anyway, looks like somebody, you know, hand drew these maybe and then made copies. But anyway, it's really, really cool. It's my first ever bootleg actually. So it's unofficial, of course, but really excited to have it. And yeah, you know, I may pass this along to somebody else who's into the Dead and bootlegs as well. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this forever, but I'm gonna keep it for a while just because, like I said, it's really cool looking. So they brought that one out, and then Mark said, I also got this one, and it is Merle Saunders and Jerry Garcia live at Keystone. This was like 1973, I think. Could be 72. But for those that don't know Merle Saunders, he is a keyboardist, kind of a jazz funk keyboardist, I would say. He's played with Garcia. He played with Garcia so many times. He played with the Dead actually. He was actually on he accompanied them on the Skull and Roses album, which is a live album, and also on I believe Europe 72. He was on some of those tracks. Great keyboardist. And then of course we got Jerry Garcia here, who, you know, needs no introduction. But this is actually a really awesome live album. I've seen it before many times, but I never bought it. And they pulled it out and I went, you know what? Sure, why not? I've heard it's good, and it really is. Like I said, this is like, to me, it's like a jazz funk soul blues album. I know that's a lot of different things, but to me that's what it is. It sounds great. Garcia is on fire with his guitar playing. Like I said, Merle, I mean, they got a great band here on this record. This is a reissue. It's not a first pressing or anything like that. It's on the Fantasy label. Great quality. It's on 180 gram vinyl. Very quiet. Sounds perfect. And these are actually going up in price too, and I got a really good price on this one. So really excited to add it to my collection. It kind of, like I said, it almost goes down that jazz vibe, definitely blues, but I mean, it's rock. But some good instrumentals on here. And like I said, Garcia's guitar playing is always great. So just a great record. And yes, there are vocals on this too. But so it's a really great record. If you haven't listened to this one and you're a Grateful Dead fan or a Jerry Garcia fan or just a blues, funk, jazz fan, listen to this record. I think you're gonna like it. And then the last one is the one I was probably the most excited about when Kevin Squires did a show a while back. I saw this in the flip video that he did of stuff that he was selling. And I was excited because I've wanted this record for a while, and I could never bring myself to pay for it, what it normally goes for online. But I got a really good deal on it. And it is Muddy Waters Folk Singer. Now this is the Analog Productions 45 RPM. As you all know, Mobile Fidelity Ultra One Step came out with this earlier, I think this year or the end of last year, as well, in a 45 RPM. That one is super expensive, well over $150. This was not that expensive. Now you can get this brand new, I think, for 60 bucks from Analog Productions. This is used. Kevin told me, he said he played it once, shelved it, cleaned it, which it's in immaculate condition, looks brand spanking new. But he said he played it once, and then the Mobile Fidelity Ultra One Step came out, and he bought that. So he sold this. This sounds amazing. Now, if anyone watches Mike in the In-Groove from Phoenix, Arizona, if they follow him, they know that he did like a shootout of this record with, and he actually said that he thought this sounded better than the Mobile Fidelity. I can't compare it to that. I can just compare it to what I know. I've streamed this record many times. For those who don't know, this record is amazing. It's Muddy Waters acoustic, pretty much by himself. It's just a couple of like a drummer, a bass player, and it's acoustic blues, and it sounds amazing. It's super quiet, which I know a lot of people say that the Mobile Fidelity ones they're the quietest records there are, and they may be. This is super quiet as well. It's in great condition, but it sounds amazing. Like I said, if you like just blues rock, blues acoustic especially, you're gonna love this. It's super quiet. You really gotta, it really draws you in because of how quiet it is. You're just kind of leaning in going, yeah, okay. His vocals, his guitar playing, it's just super amazing. Muddy Waters is one of the all-time greats. Any blues guitar player will say that they were influenced by Muddy Waters, of course. He's not where it all started, but he's one of the founding fathers of blues rock. The Stones, Clapton, Hendrix, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, all influenced by this guy, and have played with him as well. But just some great blues guitar soul in this. You can just hear it in his voice. And like I said, I got a heck of a deal on this. And it's 2 LP, which the one thing I don't like about this record, and I don't know why, because there's only 9 songs on this record. And they're not super long by any means. They're the 3 to 5 minutes length. But it's on two LPs at 45 RPM. So the grooves are about that long, and then the rest of the record's blank like this. I don't know why they did them like that. There is a 33 RPM out there, which maybe I would have rather had, but I'm not going to complain about having this because, again, the quality is fantastic. So I was super excited to get this record. I've listened to it. It's amazing. Just really excited to have it. It's definitely one that if you're, like I said, a guitar player, a blues fan, this needs to be in your collection. It's so good, and I got a great deal on it. So shout out to Kevin for that great deal on this album. It's amazing. But those are the records that I wanted to show you this go around. A lot of great music, in my opinion. Again, everyone knows that I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan. I'm also just a guitar-based music guy as well, which is why I think this Muddy Waters also is just amazing. But yeah, these came in the mail. I was super excited about them. I try not to get into the auctions as much as I used to because I was spending too much money for a long period of time, and I've really cut back. So I'm really proud of myself on that. So Lindsay, my wife, if you're listening, I've cut back, and you know that. But anyway, but yeah, if you haven't, look up that Vintage Audio Revolution page on Facebook. Ryan and Brittany are always adding a lot of people to the page. They do great auctions. They don't try to screw you. In other words, you get great deals. They let you know. They're very good at their conditioning of vinyl, I think. Every once in a while something might slip through, but that happens everywhere. But anyway, so that's all I got for you today. If you liked what you heard and saw, please like and subscribe. I know I said that already at the beginning of the video, but I'm trying to grow the page. So I appreciate any feedback and help that I can get. But that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for watching if you did. and keep on looking for great music, spinning great vinyl, and I'll hopefully see you next week. Thanks.